At the beginning of this story we see a couple who are getting married in the church. The boy's name is Fu and his wife Lola Yi. Both of them love each other very much, hence both of them were looking very happy with this marriage. After a few days of marriage, they got to know each other. It turns out that due to an accident that happened to Lola in her childhood, her body was badly damaged, hence Lola's miscarriage. It's done, the doctor says that maybe Lola can live a happy life and this thing makes Lola sad. Keep doing the day, Lola. To bring her back to life, Fu, who was depressed, explains that don't let this thing take your mind, we should adopt a child. Will do, but Lola was not ready for this, but Fu convinces her and the scene cuts and we see the scene of a convent. Where Lola and Fu had come to adopt a child, the principal here tells them that the same child would be brought up in the convents, those who are either not accepted by the society or are different from others and have some deficiency in their body due to which they are mentally unstable. Or physical. Dolph here tells the principal that Lola is also lying in a convent, whereas Lola is very confused here. And he was feeling scared as if he was remembering his past. Around here, Lola hears the sound of music, which the house. While following, she reaches a church and sees that in the church, two children, neither famous nor famous, were playing this music which Lola likes it very much. Suddenly there is a lightning flash and both of them get scared and come near Lola and say to Lola, maybe God is angry with us. Lola explains that there is nothing like that, it is just lightning. These children hug Lola and Lola. He feels some kind of attraction towards them. That is why he tells Fu to adopt him instead of a small child. At first Fu refuses, but then Lola gets her point across and these people adopt these two children and bring them home. On the way, Talfo was listening to modern music, after listening to which the children said that this is the music of Diebel. Both Atlas and Lola started laughing and realized that these children were completely different from the outside world. Wasn't taught anything about the world. Dinner at home. Buttons and Tina. A crown of Jesus Christ to Adolf. Fit-in and Tina ask Lola and Adolf to pray before Lola starts eating a holy chain, but Lola doesn't say that. She was even looking at her chain from the side. It seemed as if she doesn't believe in these things. When people go to the room at night to put them both to sleep, she sees that there are many Bibles and holy books in the luggage of Tun and Tina. Crosses have been placed here and Tina was a Christian and she believed that by placing a cross all over the house, the devil will not come to her house. Lola, ignoring their words, she herself goes to sleep. When she woke up in the morning, she saw that the children had already woken up. She serves breakfast and at the table, Tun and Tina tell Lola that they can see Jesus, not just if Lola wants, you can show it to Lola too. As soon as Tina says this, she gets up and ties her mouth to a shopper, seeing which Lola gets scared. He did not want to die at all and at that time he points behind Lola and says that I have seen Jesus and here. Tun leaves them before Lola can talk to them about it. They start having fun and Lola takes advantage of their. The next day both these children get admission in school. On the very first day of school, a child bullies them a lot. He does a lot of work, he calls them Dracula, but they did not even know who Dracula was. All this. They come and tell things to Lola. Lola explains to them that it is okay. Don't get worried like this, you people are less than all the people in the world, you are different, that is why it will take some time for you to adjust, to interact with people, to see this world where Lola. Tell them that I was also like you, I was also addicted to all the children because I don't have a leg, I used this leg, and I lost my mom and dad in a car accident in my childhood, the world accepted me with great difficulty. Tun and Tina. They also understand what she said. When night falls, Lola sees that there were crosses fixed all over her house, that is, crosses of Jesus, and these things upset Lola. She talks to Alpha and says that she finds these kids too religious. Alpha says in response, it is obvious that if he is lying on the couch, he must be religious, right? Lola, now when we go to put him to sleep, these people start playing with Lola. While playing, suddenly they put a shoemaker over Lola's mouth, just like that. A few days ago, Tina had put it to her face that Lola was about to die, but instead of coming here, Adolfu took care of these two children. He scolds her and takes her away from here. When she was sitting in her room, both the children come here and apologize to her and say, "Shouldn't we have done this? We should be punished for this," but Lola refuses to give any punishment. Here we see that Lola's dog, which she had, always started barking after seeing these two, and at this time too, she wanted to leave from here. Lola. He frees himself by sitting on his hand and runs away. I don't know why he used to do this to these children. Now these children have done this here, noticed that the dog has bitten Lola, then it means that he has committed a crime for which he should have been punished. At night, after everyone goes to sleep, these two children mix sleeping pills in the dog's food. After the dog sleeps, they drag it home, after which both of them together cut the dog and clean its heart by taking out its heart, and then they put the heart back inside and stitched it again, after which they tried a lot to lift this dog, but the dog did not wake up. According to them, they had purified the dog's heart by doing so. When Lola opened her eyes in the morning, she saw her dog. When she came to the launch, she found the dog in such a strange condition. Here the children innocently tell her that we are trying to lift it and it is not lifting. Ton and Tina had also realized their mistake, and they also. It was revealed that Adolfu and Lola are angry with them, so one apologizes to both of them and Laura Shay to forgive them. She was not ready. Now Ajlaf explains Laura, "Look, they are children. It is our job to teach them right from wrong. For now you forgive them." Lola also says sorry to them. Next day at night, Lola hears strange sounds coming from her house. They are of Tin and Tina. When she goes into the room and sees that they were not there, she gets scared and goes to check on them and sees that Tin and Tina were on their knees. They were doing strange things while sitting and walking. She stops them. Their ankles were injured. She bandages them and asks them, "What were you doing?" Tin and Tina explain that according to the Bible this is necessary to purify our souls. Tina gets fed up with their talks and tells them that there is nothing like that. All these things are fake, only in books. You will have to learn to differentiate between those things that come to you and the unreal world. Next day we are shown that Ton and Tina school children, and here again that mischievous child calls Ton and Tina bullies, after which the scene cuts to us. The same child is shown who came to the church injured and found out that someone had pushed him down the mountain. He is immediately taken to the hospital and it is discovered that he has gone into a coma. Lola suspects that this must be the work of Ton and Tina, because Ton and Tina told Lola that the child bullies them. That is why she goes to meet the principal at Conmet. To confirm that here in Conmet, Tin and Tina ever caused so much harm to any child, the principal tells him, "No, nothing like that happened," after which Lola came home. On coming home she was feeling strangely unwell. She was feeling dizzy. When she goes to the doctor, she finds out that she is pregnant. She did not believe that Lola would get such great happiness. Along with this, Adolfo was also very happy. It was as if her life had taken a new turn. Now she started being happy, and Ton and Tina also felt happy. A lot of time passed like this, and one day Lola found two drawings from Ton and Tina's Bible. In one drawing he had drawn what he did to Lola's dog, and in the other drawing he had drawn that naughty had drawn the child falling from the mountain, and from this Lar was confirmed that whatever happened to that child was behind it. Ton and Tina are there. They call the child's mother and ask her about the child. Then they come to know that the child has died. Hearing this, Lola feels very embarrassed, after which she locks all the religious things of Tin and Tina in a box, and it is said that from today onwards nothing related to Leon will happen here. After this she went to sleep. When she woke up in the morning, she saw that all her hair was cut, and she knew that Ton and Tina had also done this. Rolla now started getting scared of these two children. She also asks Dolph to take leave and stay with her because his condition is also not good, but here she tells Dolph, "You are thinking too much. it is also possible that the hair you have grown is due to pregnancy and now it is Lola's. At the same time, he also explains to Tin and Tina that you have to take care of each other, you all are family and support each other. After explaining, he leaves the house. The next day, when Lola wakes up, she sees that both her hands have been tied to her buttocks, had gone and Tina was forcefully trying to feed her milk. When Lola would not drink milk, she filled Lola with tons of milk in an injection. Lola somehow frees her hands, takes these children away from her and runs away from here. She was very scared. He was worried that Tin and Tina would harm his child and he showed them a knife and asked both of them to stay away from his child. Just then Dolph also comes back home. Seeing all this he was upset. Bowler says that this is all my fault. He had told these children to take care of you. Before he could say anything else to Lola, Lola's health deteriorated. She is taken to the hospital where she gives birth to a son. Tin and Tina also come to the hospital to see Lola's son, who talked to Lola about her son's BAP birth, but Lola did not want it to be done and neither is the four saying no, despite knowing that a child should be born, that too according to the Bible, to avoid them. Dolph agrees with them. A few days passed like this. Lola had come home when she went into the kitchen to prepare breakfast in the morning. When she goes, she does not find eggs in the fridge. Tin and Tina did not hide these eggs so that Lola could go out of the house and go to the farms. When she goes to the farm to get eggs, Tin and Tina pick up her son from his room. They wanted to freeze this child's body. They went to the right side and turned this child upside down and drowned him in water. The child would have died, but yes, Lola comes in time and takes him out of the water and saves him. Lola was fed up with both of them. Back at the convent, after which they have dinner together, and here Lola tells Dolph she also wants to do a job, that's why Dolph will also have to take care of the household responsibilities. Here they have some bickering. When she gets home, Dolph notices that Lola is upset. He couldn't see her upset because he loved her so much. He tells her not to worry, I will learn everything and will take care of my son too. After saying this, now they go to watch the movie. As soon as he turns on the TV, there is no signal coming on his TV, so Dolph goes to the rooftop to watch it and his. After leaving, the lights in Lola's house start blinking and before Lola can realize it, she sees a strange light outside. It is seen that Dolph was burning when she went outside and Dolph runs inside the house to save herself, but due to burning, she dies. Lola dies there. She doesn't understand anything. When she first goes to her child's room to save herself, her son also dies. He was not there and she became very nervous and then she heard the same music that Tin and Tina were playing in the church. She felt that his child has also been killed by these two, but then he hears his son crying from the bathroom door. The seat on the opening was the same which she lifted to come out of the house and as soon as she came out she became unconscious. She regained consciousness in the hospital, where according to the doctors, Lola's mental condition was no longer good. She was told that her mental condition was not good. Because of this, she would no longer be able to raise her child. Lola's son was now being given to a convent and this Lola was not at all. She didn't want to, but Lola didn't have anything in her hand. At this time Lola asks the principal of the convent that the night the tofu was. Where were Tin and Tina when the death occurred? The principal tells that Tin and Tina were in the convent at that time and Dolph died. It happened due to lightning, but Lola could not believe it. She wanted it to happen and Tina had done it. In the next scene, we see that Tin and Tina are at Adolf's funeral with Lola and Lola has readopted Tin and Tina from the convent. She had done this because now her own son was going to stay at the convent and she did not want his son to be there while Tin and Tina were there. In case there was any danger to her son. She wanted to keep Tin and Tina in front of her eyes. As time passed, these things started growing in Lola's heart. She also has a soft corner for children, although she knows that it was because of these children that her husband died and her son is away from her, but now she cannot do anything and the story ends here showing only these two children.